You are very well known on social media, you are successful. And you can help young people in these strange times. I'd like to start by asking you about the present, which may have put the mental health of these young people dealing with so much at risk. Yes, these have been 2 very strange years. I believe that young people, no matter who you think fits into that category, find it very difficult to identify themselves, determine their purpose in life, or create meaningful connections. Honestly, I think being in your 20s or 30s is already quite challenging. On top of that, we've had a pandemic and many conflicts. I think that only makes it much harder for young people to navigate between the personal and the interpersonal, given the global events that are happening. And I think the important thing is to acknowledge that this is not normal and that it's okay. I think many feel disappointed, desperate, helpless, and angry about wasting 2 years of their lives, or feel that the path they were on has changed. And I think it's very important to normalize it. That's what I try to do with my social media. Normalize what it means to be human and how difficult it has been, especially in recent years. In the professional therapy you provide through social media, you also receive answers and learn about what really concerns young people today. What are the problems you detect? I think many people are not sure who they are at this moment. There is so much noise in this world that it is very difficult for them to figure out who they are and what their opinion is on certain things. I know this because I receive many messages asking for advice. They ask me if they have made the right decision, if they should leave their husband or boyfriend, or if they should sign up for a particular class. And of course, I am a stranger, I have absolutely no way to tell you what the right decision is. But it conveys a lack of confidence and perhaps a lack of self-awareness because everyone tells you what to do, where to be, how to present yourself, and people struggle to decide if that's right for them or not. So, there is a lot of indecision. It's something very common that I have noticed. And I think it might stem from people who don't know who they are and don't trust their own decisions because maybe they made a mistake in the past. I suppose pressure is something you mention in those messages, but sometimes I also think, I'm lucky not to be a teenager now, because of social media. How do they cope with that pressure? How to deal with it? Good question. I think it's different for everyone, but the most important thing for me is boundaries. It has become a very popular concept in recent years. Knowing your needs and setting your boundaries is crucial. For example, I run my Instagram, I don't have a team doing it, I do it all by myself. It's quite a bit of work. And this is my personal experience. When I used to look at my statistics, my followers, how each post was performing, if I checked it several times a day, it really affected me. It also paralyzed my creative process. I would think, they don't like this post. They don't like me. They don't like this concept. What if I never talk about this concept again? And I had to sit down and think, what is my intention with this? Why am I doing this? How can it be meaningful to me? And to my community? Not everyone is going to like it, and that's okay. For example, one boundary I set for myself was to check the statistics only once a week. And I only look at my comments or messages during a specific period of time. That was just to maintain my sanity. But honestly, it helped me be more creative and boosted my self-esteem. It's tough to be a content creator and receive comments all the time, especially at the beginning when you take everything very seriously and take yourself too seriously. But I think it's tough for young people because most of their interactions, or at least a significant portion of their interactions, happen through the internet. They go to school, but they send memes, and then they go home and have another reality and universe happening simultaneously. And that's very challenging. When you don't disconnect from that, you have constant stimuli, and you're expected to do things that are not realistic. And that's exhausting.